Hey guys, welcome back. Hey, we're going to be working on the 2012 Lamborghini LP550. Today we're going to be changing the fuel filter. So I've got the fuel filter over there that I received recently. And actually this is an Audi filter, which is the same filter. It's out of an Audi R8. It's Volkswagen. This is a VW Audi filter. Same filter as the Lamborghini. It just comes in the Audi box. You got the part number here, which is a 4F0201511E. All right. We'll take a look at it here and see what it looks like here. And there's a part number again, 4F0201511E. All right. So that's what it looks like. Like I said, same thing as Lamborghini. It's all made at the same place. So it's a lot cheaper than buying it through Lamborghini. So we'll pull the old one out, check this one out, verify that they are the same. And go from there. So we're going to go ahead and open the engine compartment and get started on that. All right, so we're going to go ahead and, like I said, open the engine compartment. All right, so what we need to do is we need to take this panel off here, and to take that panel off, we're going to have to take this center section out. So we're going to go ahead, get a screwdriver, take these fasteners out here to get access to the side panel so we can take it off, get to the fuel filter. All right? First thing we got to do is take this panel off here. I've loosened all these fasteners here around the edges. And then this thing here should just slip right out of here. Maybe. There we are. We'll set this over here for now. All right, so the next thing is we're going to go ahead and take this next side panel off here. Same thing, take these fasteners out, 1, 2, 3, 4 over there. All right, so now we've got that side panel off. As you can see, it's over there laying next to the other panel. All right, just be careful with these screens here. Try not to push these in. I mean, they are very fragile. You can distort them. I probably shouldn't be leaning that on there. You can push them back, but it just stretches the metal. So try not to push down on this stuff because, like I said, you'll deform it. It's very fragile. So now, I don't know if you can see it from here, but the fuel filter is buried. It's on the upper left corner there. So, I don't know if you can see it. I'll turn this around, and it is right there. So, we're going to have to get access to that somehow. Looks like there's a clamp there with the straight slot. So, we'll take that loose. And it looks like there is, let's see here, there's a line on both sides. Pay attention to what direction it goes. I believe you can't mess that up because there's one side has 2 lines and the other side has a single line. So we'll have to take a look at that and, like I said, see how easy this is to get to. All right. So you can see my borescope. I have it in there right now. You see that little green lever right there? It looks like you have to flip that one direction or another to release the safety on it. So let me go take a look. That should be on the forward edge right there. Actually, that is the aft edge. I'm sorry. So that is the aft edge of the filter. All right. So it looks like the aft edge of the filter there has the one line on it. Let's go look at this new filter. All right. So I believe it's going to go this direction. So the two lines go towards the driver. The single line goes towards the bumper. So it's going to fit in there like that. So we'll see how that goes. See if I can stick my hand in there to release that. All right, I'm going to have to put this down because it's going to take a little bit of reach. I was able to pop the green little tab off there. I just pushed it and it popped off and it fell into my hands, which it's right there. Hopefully I didn't break it. And it looks like it goes a certain way. So we'll have to look at that when we go back with this. So you can see now, I believe it fit in this little slot right here, that green tab. So now it looks like I just got to push these black tabs, and I would imagine there's probably one on each side. Push in, and you're probably going to want to push in towards the filter first while pushing in on the tabs, and then pull back. All right? So the manual shows you here how to disconnect this. So you're going to disconnect A, which is the aft line, and then B, which is these two forward lines from here, and then C is the clamp. These are very difficult to get to. I mean, this whole thing is kind of shoved back in the corner like I showed you before. So we're going to try to get these disconnected right now and see what happens. All right, I'm in here. Like I said, I'm kind of laying across this intake, which is not a good idea, but I don't see any other way of doing this. So you can kind of see those two lines right there I'm pointing to. Those have to come out. And then that line back there on the back of the filter has to come out. And that clamp on top. So we'll see here if I can get those disconnected. Right. I don't know if you can see that, but it's out. What a pain in the butt. All right, what a pain. Sorry I couldn't show you more, but it's really tight. You're going to have to end up buying, if you don't have any yet, you'll need a pair of pliers like this to release this fuel line here. There's a couple of them, okay? You'll need those pliers to release those. Like this one here is also, this is the same on both ends. These other connectors, you just got to push on them. I'll see if I can show you. There's a couple of these kind of connectors back there to where, let's see if I can pull this one line out here. So, right here, this is a different style, and you'll have a couple of these where you just push in on these tabs. Push in, you'll push down towards the filter, push in, and then pull out. You got a couple of these, all right, that are on there. There's actually one of these on the main filter, on that center line. That style of connector is on this right here, so it's not too bad to get off. Compared to this style here is a little bit worse. So you're going to have this kind of connector here, here, and then the other style where you just push right there. But I had to take all the lines off here, like where they describe. These two lines here I had to take off. This line here I had to take off. This is the one you just push in, push in, push down, and pull up. I think this is the same way also. This one here is the same way as this. This one here is this line right here. But anyway, here's your new filter. This is the old. I'm going to take this off here, transfer it over to here. We'll take a look at them here once I get that off and see how they look. So you can see I took the sleeve off Here's the original filter, 3183100, made in China, same as the new one. All right, this thing here is like half the price of this filter here. So anyway, we're going to go ahead and get this thing prepped and reinstalled. All right, I've transferred all this over. So this is the new filter. We're going to go ahead and stick this in and then hook the lines up. Hopefully the lines will be easier going back together than taking them apart. I mean, they should just be pushed on and everything should click into place. Make sure you hear that click and then kind of give it a tug. Make sure that they are engaged properly or you're going to have a leak. And that's not a good area to have a leak. So you're going to make a big mess too. When you're removing that, you're going to get filled all over inside there. So make sure you do this when the engine's cold. And make sure you air the area out before you start your car. But we're going to go ahead and get this in position and reinstalled. So I've got the new filter installed. Like I said, it's kind of a tight area, as you can see. And I've got some of the lines still disconnected. I've got the clamp on top, secure now. So, like I said, I've got a few lines here still loose. So I'm going to show you how you should hear them click when they're... All right, so you can see them there. So I'm going to try to do this. That's engaged. You hear that one click. And then this one here. Okay, you should be able to tug up on them. They should not come off. All right. All right, that's good. That's good. That's good. These two back here, I can't move. So they're all hooked up. Like I said, this clamp on top is secure now. So that filter has been changed, okay? Like I said, you can't, it's almost idiot-proof. You can't stick it in the wrong direction or anything. Just like I said, we're going to probably have a hard time getting it started here because it's got air in the line now. It may take a few attempts to get it started. You may get an air code, I'm not sure. But once it starts running, we'll leak check all this, make sure we don't have any leaks. This is the last area you want leaks on. So like I said, we had to take all these lines off back here to get this out. And like I said, this is very difficult. I'm laying across the back of the car here, laying kind of on the intake, which is probably not a good idea because you don't want to put any weight on that area because sometimes it crushes the intake seals. But hopefully it doesn't cause any issues. So let me go ahead and get this thing fired up. Fired right up. I did notice though when I first before I started, the fuel pump ran a little extra long, so it must have been priming the system. But once it was done, it started right up. So now you just want to make sure your connections are not leaking. So we've completed the leak check. Like I said, I didn't see any leaks. So we're going to go ahead and close this back up. We'll go ahead and reinstall the side panel first and then put the back panel in. All right. So I've got all my panels back on now, and they're all secure all around the perimeter here and along through there. Like I said, this should complete the fuel filter change on a 2012 Gallardo LP550-2, which should be similar to all the LP560s, and that should be all similar. The earlier gen might be a little different, but this should be the same on all the LP series. So I just want to tell you guys thanks for watching. Continue to watch our channel. Please subscribe if you haven't. We've got a lot of projects coming up. We've got, like I said, 360 challenge cards coming in sometime soon.
and maybe a few other 360s, and I have other cars lined up for the overwinter season. So please stay tuned and please subscribe, and I'll catch you in a few.